Hello there and welcome to Nourish with Femi. Today I'm going to be making you a simple oat recipe, oat cereal recipe. Now this cereal is simple, easy to make. The ingredients are simple. They're things you most likely have in your cupboard at home. Now we all know store-bought cereals are unhealthy. I'm not going to flog the issue. It is something that everybody is aware of. Store-bought cereals, are full of sugar. They're full of chemicals that we don't want in our bodies. They're just things that we should not be eating. So this cereal is something I make almost all the time in my household, and it doesn't even last because apart from the fact that my children eat it for breakfast, they also snack on it, and I really don't mind because it's far better than them eating biscuits, cookies and things like that. So it's something you can make. You can even make it with them at home. It can be something you guys do for fun at the house, something that the whole family enjoys on a Saturday morning. You can batch make it, keep it in the fridge. And it's something that everybody eats for breakfast throughout the week. So before we get started on this recipe, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, like, share, with your friends, with family, whoever you think might need it. And please don't forget to leave your comments. I really, really love to hear from you. So let's get started. Today's ingredients, I'll be using 3 cups of rolled oats. I prefer rolled oats because they're not as processed as quick cooking oats, but if you have quick cooking oats, please just use it like that. And then I'll be using honey, flax seeds. I'm using ground flax seeds. I particularly like to use flax seeds in almost anything as much as I can because flax seeds are rich in fiber. They are rich in omega-3s, which are very, very good for our heart. And they've also been studied extensively to help fight against cancer, colorectal cancer, lung cancer, different types of cancers. And it's really, really potent. So I try to make sure that as much as possible, I use flax seeds. And if you don't know what flax seeds look like, this is the ground flax seed. If you don't know what flax seeds look like before they're ground, they look something like this. Yeah, they look like tiny ants. They look like tiny ants like this. But yeah, this is what flax seeds look like before they're ground. And then I'll be using cocoa powder. Cocoa powder gives it this lovely chocolatey flavor. It's just fantastic. And then we have 4 bananas. Bananas are like the star of the show. We'll be using 4 large, medium-sized bananas, 3 cups oats, 3 tablespoons cocoa powder, about 1 or 2 tablespoons honey, and 3 tablespoons grounded flax seeds. So let's start by peeling our bananas. So once you have peeled your bananas, you get a fork and you mash your bananas. Once your bananas are peeled, you mash with a fork. If you have a potato masher, I'm sure that will be faster, really. Now, you don't want to use unripe bananas because unripe bananas will not be easy to mash, and the taste will not be as sweet as ripe bananas. But again, if you prefer unripe bananas or fairly ripe bananas, please use them. You might just need to add a bit more honey to make it sweeter. But yeah, so you give your bananas a good mash. You want it a bit smooth, so you try to mash it as best as you can. Like I said, you can do this with your children. I'm sure they'll enjoy mashing the banana. So you can, mash the bananas. And if it's just you, it even makes it easier, or it makes it quicker and you have more to eat for yourself. So you just mash the bananas rough quickly and try to make it as smooth as possible. Once you see your banana is properly mashed, you add in your oats, then you stir. Stir as much as possible to make sure the oats is very well incorporated with the bananas. The bananas should be well incorporated into the oats and give it this sticky feel. Now, don't mind me, I'm just using a fork. You can use a spatula if you want. That'll probably even make it easier, to be honest. And so now you add your cocoa powder and your 3 tablespoons of flax seeds. And then you add the drizzle of honey, about 1-2 tablespoons, depending on how you like it really, because if you're using ripe bananas, it should be sweet enough, to be honest. But some people, because of the cocoa powder, some people might find it bitter, so you might want to increase the amount of honey that you put in it. But once you put in all the ingredients, just give it a good stir so that everything is well incorporated. Now, to bring out the taste of the cocoa powder, or to just enhance the taste of the cocoa powder a little bit, you give it just a pinch of salt very little salt, and then you stir everything till it's well incorporated. Like I said, please use a spatula if you can. Don't mind me struggling with this fork here. Whatever works for you, just use it. Whatever makes it easy for you, just try to use it. So yes, our banana and oatmeal mixture is completely ready to chuck into the oven. So you get your baking tray, already lined baking tray with parchment paper. If you don't have parchment paper, I think you can just oil. You should be able to just oil your baking sheet, oil it properly so it doesn't stick, and then you pour the mixture into the baking sheet. And then you spread. Try to spread as thinly as possible. Just spread the mixture as thinly as possible on the baking sheet. Just keep pressing until you feel it's not lumpy anymore. You also want to make sure that you spread it such that every part of it is equal and is leveled. You don't want one part to be higher than the other. If not, it will not cook evenly. So you want to make sure that it cooks evenly. So you spread it as equally as you can. And there you have it. It's ready to be chucked in the oven, 180 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. So there you go. 20 minutes in the oven and then it's ready. So the oats cereal is ready. Now you should have like a rubbery texture to it. So you want to leave it to cool because it's quite hot right now. So you leave it to cool. Once it's cooled, then you cut into whatever desired shape you like. So once it's cold, you can basically just use your hand to tear into pieces. Sometimes my child says it looks like kilishi, but it's not kilishi. It's oat cereal. So you just cut it into bits. You can use a knife if you want, but I just prefer, cutting it off with my hands. If you have children, they will enjoy doing this as well. Just cut it off with your hand. I like the fact that the cereal is soft, it's chewy. It's just delicious. Once you're done, this is what you have. And so you can store in the jar in the fridge and serve anyhow you want, like I'm doing here. Now you can serve and pair your cereal anyhow you like. You can serve it with milk, serve it with yogurt. It depends on what it is you want to eat it with. So here I have yogurt blended with strawberries. And if you're trying to avoid dairy, try to avoid dairy as much as possible. To get a yogurt consistency, just simply blend. Half cup, I use soy milk, half cup plant-based milk, 1 banana and some strawberries. If you don't have strawberries, don't worry. Just use mangoes. Mangoes are delicious. You have something like this. As you can see, it's almost not even different from the yogurt itself. It's delicious. You really don't need to bother about whether you are having dairy or not, and just make this mixture and you'll be fine. And so you pair your cereal here. And you can serve it whatever it is you want. You can use strawberries, apples, and then you can put nuts. I particularly like nuts because it's this delicious crunch. And then you have your breakfast. This for the dairy lover and this for the person who doesn't really like dairy. And trust me, you have helped yourself to a very healthy meal, rich in fiber. You have part of your fruit. You're good to go. It keeps you full for longer. And really, you've started yourself off on a very good note, healthily for the day. So if you have tried this, please let me know in the comments. Put your comments in the comment section. Let me know how it goes. If there's anything else you want me to, you'd like to see on the Nourish Your Family channel, please let me know. And I will see you next time.